Welcome to Just One Thing Quick Bites, where we take a quick dive into common business problems and provide practical solutions that you can start implementing in your business today. In this video, we're going to look at a common problem that many small businesses face finding money to pay your taxes. Many small businesses struggle to pay their taxes, and a common reason for this is because taxes are often paid in arrears, depending on the tax system in your region. Whilst I'm sure there are a few sadists out there that enjoy it, almost no one likes paying their taxes. It's the one bill we all dread, right? But even though we know we will have to pay them, many small businesses are not in a position to do so when they fall due. Why is this? Well, the biggest culprit tends to be a lack of preparation and forecasting. In this case, knowing what taxes you have to pay and when, in good time, and having a plan in place to ensure you have sufficient cash to pay them. So, let's look at some ways you can be better prepared for the inevitable. Firstly, because taxes are often paid in arrears, many small businesses fall into the trap of paying for today's taxes out of tomorrow's money. That is, they find the money to pay the taxes for the profit they made in the current period out of the profit they make in the period in which the taxes fall due. Now, this is fine when your profits are reasonably stable or increasing, but what if your profits are actually going down? Suddenly, you find yourself having to find the money for your taxes right at a time when you cannot afford a large tax bill. The solution here is to save for your taxes as you go. Many banks will allow you to open up a savings account alongside a main business current account for little or no cost. This can be your tax savings account, and we recommend you transfer money into here weekly or monthly to build up a surplus for when your taxes actually become payable. Now, how much should you transfer? Well, that's very specific to your individual business. If you have an accountant, I'll suggest speaking to them about how you should work out what you should be saving. At Cunningham's, this is a regular conversation we have with many of our clients to help them to be prepared. This allows you to start saving an estimate of the taxes that you owe. The next step is to get your taxes worked out as early as possible so that you can react to any shortfall in good time. Whether you work out your own taxes or engage an accountant to calculate them for you, getting them done well in advance of the deadline for your tax payment is always a better option, no matter how much you dread knowing exactly how much you owe. That said, our clients do often report that they find themselves worrying much less about the final figure for their taxes when saving for them regularly. Once you know what your tax liability is, you can compare it to the amount that you have saved. If there is a shortfall, then you can make plans to increase your rate of saving to make sure you have the money required by the deadline date. If there is a surplus, then you can decide what you want to do with it. You can leave it in your savings account as a buffer against any possible future shortfall. You could transfer it back into your business current account and make it available for general business spending. Or you could go just buy that Porsche you have always wanted. Just make sure you check with your accountant first. So there it is. The best way to make sure you're prepared for your taxes is to save as you go, anticipating your taxes by estimating them and regularly saving towards them, then getting certainty on the exact amount of your taxes due and their due dates as early as possible. And finally, adjusting your savings goals accordingly so that you have enough when the tax becomes due. Now, thanks for watching. I hope this video has been useful to you. If so, then we'd really appreciate if you click the like button below. And if you're not already, then subscribe to our channel to make it easier to find our content in the future. You can also click on the bell icon if you'd like to receive notifications when we post a new video. And remember, sometimes just one thing is all it takes. See you on the next one.